Libra, welcome to your next 3 months reading for September, October, November. I hope you are well. I hope you are fabulous. Now, like usual, we'll be starting off with the Oracle read. This time we're pulling from the Shaman's Dream. I will get a card for you, read its definition, and then I will build your baseline for September, October, November. I have to admit, your air cousin is just, wow, stellar, stellar, and I hope the same for you. What's going on, please? What is going on for that Libra energy? September, October, November. Show me, Libra. Show me, Libra, please. September, October, November. What's going on? Show me, Libra, please. Number 20, Feast of Plenty. Choices and their consequences. My, my, my. The number 20, for some of you, that is simply a confirmation of a number that might be important to you. That could be your age, 2, which of course reduces to Piscean energy. It does not have to be, but that might be significant to you as well. But Feast of Plenty, choices and their consequences. My, my, my. We got your sword energy here today. Let's do it. Let's read about it. I am intrigued. That is options. Choices and their consequences, life's blessings. A great feast is laid out before you and requires you to choose. What will satisfy your hunger? Something new and unconventional with its potential for bitter or savory qualities, or something you already know you love? Interesting. You are faced with a plethora. Love that word. I wish it was used more often, plethora, of options right now. And while they may seem to be an extraordinary thing, too many choices can throw you off balance. Yes, indeed. Excuse me. You might be worried that once you commit, you won't be able to turn back or refuse to confront the consequences of that decision. The most important thing to realize is that the feast is offering you experience. Emphasis on the word experience here. No amount of overanalyzing or strategizing will help you make the choice right now. Don't debate the right or wrongness. Instead, just choose. In the choosing is the seed of experience, and that is what is necessary now. That's really good. Sour, bitter, sweet, savory. What matters is relishing the experience until you digest all that your choice is offering you right now. Beautiful. Only one warning. Avoid the same choice if it keeps you hungry. Empty calories. People often go back to the same thing over and over again, never replenished, but they go back to it out of habit, even though they know it doesn't sustain them. So if you must choose something because you know it's correct for you, or if it is new, try not to overthink it, just choose. Start somewhere, you know? Not everything is defined necessarily by one choice, but we can begin to step in a particular direction. Let's see, if something didn't feel good or does not bring you what it seemingly promised, don't choose it again. That's it. The whole point is to accumulate experience. Some of you are feeling called to choices because it offers you the option of experience, something that calls to you. And it can present to you a blessing. But you have to be willing to choose it. What will satisfy your hunger? Something new and unconventional, in other words, outside your normative, outside your script, or something you already know to be true. Oh, what is going on, Libra? I like that. Of course, you being who you are, and this is your obligation and your energy. Do you have it in you to unbalance yourself in order to find a new balance, one that might be good for you? Give you a new sense of, well, give your scales a new sense of weight, a new sense of up and down, but it requires you to try it, to really experience something or someone for the way it is, as opposed to tiptoeing around it or not really trying it or committing to trying it. You can only get so much experience through observation. Sometimes you have to put more of yourself into something, where the point is that you get to. You have choices, it seems, this Libra. Now, you have options. What those options are, I don't know. Let's take a look. Let's see if we can see it. Show me September, please, for Libra, show me September in Libra, please. September. Show me September in Libra. The Knight of Swords, excuse me, the Five of Cups, Six of Cups. Yes, I can see you're looking at something. Or rather, I should say someone. There's your Knight, there, the Knight of Swords, Five of Cups, Six of Cups. There is sadness surrounding someone whom you are close to. Regret. Six of Cups, soul bond energy, sure. Someone whom we know, someone whom we are familiar with. The Six of Cups has that implication of time built into it. This is where we can get that sense of nostalgia, but they're very much in your present world. Okay. Someone whom you share some sort of soul bond with, love energy with. There's a sense of regret tied to them. Five of Cups, sadness. You'd like to do something about it with the Knight of Swords. I don't know that you know what necessarily, but I know that you would like to. We would like to improve our conditions with this person from a 5 to a 6. And there's something in that person's energy. Heavy Scorpio here, 5 and 6 are their cards, as well as 7 in the cups. Doesn't have to be. I want to know what you do. I think you do too. I know it's important to you, otherwise it wouldn't be here. But there is sadness surrounding someone whom you know. End of some time. I wonder how you will take action. Also how you will communicate. This sword is still communication. Show me October, please, for Libra. Show me October, please. Show me October, please, for Libra. Interesting. The Magician. 7 of Swords. 9 of Pentacles. There's some doubt here about... There is some doubt. However, the Magician and the 9 of Pentacles are much stronger than the 7 of Swords. And the 7 of Swords for you, normal. Okay. There is some doubt here about pulling in. Pulling in for you. It's coming across as I don't want to be selfish. It is coming across that way. I don't want to be selfish. There's some doubt here. Because you do want to pull in, but you don't know if you should. Hence, doubt, conflict, hesitancy. And yet you desire to. You desire to pull things in, and you want to also claim it. 9 of Pentacles. This is experiential energy. You cannot get to a 9 of Pentacles and not be experienced. Right? What we're talking about. Experiences. There is something in you that suggests I would like to do something with the connection. It's important to me. And I hesitate around this connection. And yet I understand, too, that I want it. Now, what that want looks like, I don't know. But it suggests that it lends to you as a person, 9 of Pentacles. That it lends to you as a person, and your experience, your sense of self, your sense of individuation, wishes to try. Okay? Now, how far back that 7 of Swords might pull you, I don't know. I do know energetically you would like to meet this connection in a way that feels correct to you. You want to gain more from it, not subtract from it. Okay? Let's keep going. Show me November, please. Show me November, please. Show me November, please, for Libra. Show me November, please, for Libra. Three of Wands, expectation. 4 of Wands, relationship energy. Page of Wands. There's something here. Yes, indeed. There's something here. You seem to have a little more confidence for it than you did. Okay. 3 of Wands, 4 of Wands, but Page of Wands. There's something in you in your energy that says that you can see, rather I should say feel, potentially more on the horizon. But it's still coming from a cursory place, small. It's a cursor, it's a where you're kind of hovering around in this energy, this idea of possibly more, Four of Wands. This idea of potentially relationship and or commitment energy. It hasn't unfolded that way, but it has the potential to. And it's something that you kind of want to see for yourself, Three of Wands. You want to see if it could move in that direction. But it's still kind of small. But it's open, or it's trying to be. And there's this idea of maybe I can shape this into something more. I have the feelings of it, I have the etchings of it. But more to the point, it's like I can see the possibility of it. Three of Wands. It's on the horizon. Four of Wands, potential relationship energy, Page of Wands. Can I put more of myself into this because I feel like I want to? And if I can feel putting more of my energy into this, does that mean I could see something more in future? Because it is expectation, it's a feeling, it's a hope. It's looking out on the horizon, knowing that better things are to come on the shore, right? But that requires us to be open to it. And your energy over here is showing me low but manageable levels of fire. It's a feeling. If I can feel something in this, then maybe I can hope for it too. You want to experience this, whatever this is. You do. I don't know how else to put it. And while it's tentative, okay, and it is, it's still there. And it still speaks to you. Where you want your energy to go, specifically, it seems to be in a question of who. I know you're pulling something in that you want to see in the world to some extent. But you have doubts. And you have doubts, and I'm going to go ahead and take a guess. It's stemming from here. Why you have a sense of loss or regret attached to this person, I don't know. It might have been a missed cup, particularly since there's a 5 and 6 cups here. And they're literally next to each other. Could have been a missed cup type thing, you know what I mean? Someone who might have been an option of the past and they weren't. Or it didn't turn out that way, or we didn't take the cup when we had the chance, or they didn't take your cup when they had the chance, or something like that. I don't know, I'm not looking at the past today. I'm just seeing how you are handling the reflection of an emotionality for someone whom you're tied to. Okay? So I'm actually not looking at the past. It's just some cards have past built into them. Okay? And it's coming across to you as a sort of reflection. What does this mean to you? Why? How do I take action towards it? Do I want to? How come I can still feel myself resonating in these cups? How come I still feel a sense that I can move towards these cups, but there's a sense of sadness attached to it? And it does feel a little bit like a missed cup. It does, and it might be. Let's take a look. Show me that Knight of Swords, please. I don't know who missed whose cup. I don't. But if it applies to you, then you already know. Show me that Knight of Swords, please. Show me that Knight of Swords, please. Show me that Knight of Swords, please. Show me that Knight of Swords, please, for Libra. The Knight of Pentacles. Lovers. I know it may not seem like it. I know it may seem like it, honey, but first of all, you will be connecting with this person in September. Let's get that out of the way. I don't know when, but you will be connecting with them soon. I'm trying to see the direction of your night. You have two knights here. One represents your mind, one represents your physical activity. It was already kind of slowly moving towards this person. No matter how slow, it always seems to be on that particular course. You don't give too much of your mind or your immediate action towards it. There's a certain pacing behind it. Whether it's intended or it's just what happened over the matter of time between you two, I don't know. But yes, no matter how slow or far away it may seem, it's looking like you two are going to connect in some way in September. And it is a strong connection. It's lovers. And no matter how slow, it always seems to be there somewhere in the back of your mind. You might have some very strong earth in your chart. Let's see that Five of Cups. Show me that Five of Cups, please. Show me that Five of Cups, please. A slow building desire. A slow building desire for some of you. The connection has gained more substance over time, I see. Five of Cups, the Fool, Six of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune. How we see this person in the real world, okay? We want to keep an open spirit towards it, even though there's loss attached to it or disappointment. Five of Cups, there is still this sense of energy within you, and likely the both of you, to try to repair it in some way. I don't see the healing elements, but I do see building block principles of balance, which you know all about that balance. And then there's Wheel of Fortune. We know that through consistent connectivity with this person, showing fairness and reciprocity, things have changed a little bit. But we kind of greet this energy, despite there might be pain behind it, with a sense of renewal, good spirit, good optimism, a fresh face. Okay, we are happy to see this person again. We are. You are. You're happy to see this person again. And when you connect in a way that's balanced. And it literally makes you feel good. But then the Wheel of Fortune is here. So we know that when we connect with this person, no matter how slow, the strength of this connection has changed over time. I don't know how else to explain that. That's all I got. It's changed. But you two continue to meet, despite the fact that there's disappointment. And there is emotional disappointment here. I can tell that you two meet in a way that's respectful, friendly, cooperative, and balanced. Things have changed. This is a slow connection, and I don't mean slow as in speed, I mean time. Where there used to be disappointment for what is likely a missed opportunity has turned into a thing of balance, respect, fairness. What used to be a point of sadness and or contention between you two has turned into something that's friendly and manageable and cooperative. You both receive something from this. It's a connection that has stayed with you for some time. The strength of it is here. I see it through the Lovers. How it got expressed in the real world were two different things. Completely two different things. Show me the Six of Cups, please. It's like your spirits met as lovers before there was a relationship. Your mind, their mind turns back to each other. Eventually, and to be honest with you, it feels like inevitably. Show me the Six of Cups. Eight of Cups. Five of Swords. You, as much as you meet with this person, and it does bring you a sense of joy and balance. You don't quite trust it. Rather, you don't quite trust your love energy in it. You tell yourself, don't become emotionally attached. Eight of Cups. I got news for you, you already are. The bond is already here. It's been there. Like I said, I feel like you two met as lovers spiritually before anything else. This person is important to you, otherwise they wouldn't be here. So I know you two meet well enough that you have balanced in a way of reciprocity, give and take, fairness. On your surface, you're both happy to see each other, even though you both have a shadow of pain or fear of rejection in both of your heart spaces behind you. You both carry concepts of rejection behind you. For whatever reason, your two cups won't exchange, or haven't exchanged. But you're already connected in that way. But you won't exchange love. The surface, all is well. Emotionally, you two love each other, but you won't exchange cups. Six of Cups, Eight of Cups, Five of Swords. Still, even while you connect with this person on a fair plane of existence, and you two are very happy to connect, there is opportunity for change. You won't take it. Not yet. Not that I see. You tell yourself not to get attached to this. It's a form of self-sabotage. It's Five of Swords. And it's a lie only because you already have feelings for this person. So it's a little after the fact to say don't get emotionally involved in this person because you already are. So I know that when you meet this person, you tell yourself you don't have those feelings or to not get attached, or honey, you two meet each other out of love. But you have not exchanged love. Not in a way that's recognized by either one of you. But on the surface, all is fair. All is well. In September, you will feel those feelings once more to become emotionally invested in this person, and it's looking like, at least at this time in September, you're not going to allow that. Let's keep going. That's September. It doesn't have to be. This may not apply to you at all. In which case, take what resonates, leave it does not. I just know the one that you connect with. You two are spiritually connected. in a way that kind of predates your current relationship, whatever that is. And it stays with you. And you come back to it. So do they. You both have sadness behind your smiles. I'll make that clear. You both have sadness behind your smiles. For what was or what wasn't. There's an opportunity to change in September, to acknowledge the feelings. Not at this time. You're telling me, you're energetically telling me, no, not at this time. I can't. Or I don't have those feelings. Yes, you do. Why do you think you keep coming back to it? Why do you think they come back to you? It's alright. But they are a choice. They're a choice because they're here and they exist. The Magician, please. October, and yet you would pull them in. Queen of Wands, King of Cups. Your person might be a water-fire combo. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Aries, Leo, Sag. Show me the Magician, please. Show me the Magician, please. October, show me the Magician, please. Show me the Magician, please. Ace of Wands. Yes, you desire it. It's not a crime, honey. I'm just... If this resonates with you, I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. You desire it. It's coming across more strongly in October. And it's been growing with you. This is not new. I would tell you if it was new. It's I told you back here. It's just repeating. In other words, it doesn't change. The energy is always with you, and it continues to grow on you. You want more. You do. But in order to fully possess the idea of more, you have to acknowledge it, and you have to choose it. And it is a choice. And it could very well be your feast of plenty. But that's not up to me, it's up to you. The desire does not wane. It stays with you. It will reach a pinnacle. Show me that Seven of Swords, please. Which again, your mind tries to pull away from it. Doubt it, discontinue it, sneak away from it, possibly. So at Seven of Swords, as that feeling becomes more pronounced, some of you, yeah, might try to sneak away from it. Make dates and then cancel them. Don't return texts, that kind of thing. Because you're undecided. Two of Swords. Confused and undecided. Why is the pull for this so strong? Why do I want it so badly? Stay the hell away from it, sneak away from it. Maybe shut down communication for a couple of weeks at a time. That kind of thing. Despite the fact that you strongly wish it to start. Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. Show me the Nine of Pentacles, please. Show me that Nine of Pentacles, please. Show me that Nine of Pentacles, please. Queen of Wands. The High Priestess. Ten of Swords, that's very interesting. There is this feeling in you that if you can push past the fear and the pain, you know you would feel correct. But you're conflicted. So very conflicted. A big part of you wishes to claim what this is, to experience it without hesitation or reservation. You desire so strongly to act on your natural inclination. Your energy keeps pointing back to this person, but it insists on being confused and overthinking what you naturally feel. The High Priestess, the Queen of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles. Very strong pull. Very strong pull. But also, too, a great deal of fear. I'm not seeing an ending, I'm seeing fear. And a lot of overthinking. The sword energy is different for you. There's that idea, if I could step into my own, I could... God, it would just feel so good. My inclination tells me I can do this. My inclination tells me this is right. This feels right. Everything about this person feels right. But I'm afraid of it. I'm afraid of it. Why won't the feeling just go away? And no, if anything, it just grows stronger over time. Like I said, your connection has taken shape slowly but surely over time, an elongated time span, if I'm being honest with you. How you first introduced yourself to it, the connectivity, lost cups, cups not taken, chances not taken. And it has morphed over time. The connection is different, but it's just as strong. How you feel it and how you two express it are two different things. I don't actually know what you will do. I just see the inclination in you so very, very strong. More so in October. Okay. We are overthinking and trying to sneak away from that which we desire the most. And yet, there is a great deal of passion here. Love, sense of feeling, and all that mixed up in a ribbon of fear. It's a lovely bundle otherwise. Desires, hopes, wishes, dreams, wants, expectations. Strong connection. But it is, like I said, bundled up by fear. It's like all your love letters, right? When people actually used to write those. The love letters that people would save from their person. They would stack them up, and then they would tie them off with ribbon, right? And make bundles of love letters from their person. And you can see the markers of time attached to them. You and this person have that history of love letters written and not sent, of love felt and not expressed, passion and drives and hopes and dreams written in the stars but not experienced in real life. And there's this ribbon of fear that surrounds your story. For what is otherwise potentially a beautiful story. Now this reminds me of some of my favorite old English novels. That's exactly how this is coming across. You have all the potential here, Libra. Your love story with this person is marked with a great deal of potential and a great deal of overthinking, not choosing. Fear of repeating mistakes of the past specifically is coming across very strongly. If I didn't take this cup in the past, that means I shouldn't take it in present day either. If I didn't take their cup in the past, they didn't take mine. That means it should stand in present day, yeah? No. When people separate, it's usually for good reason. Or things just didn't work out, or they didn't have a chance to explore or unfold. Sometimes we cut things out prematurely because we weren't in that place in our life where we could accept things or people for who or what they were. Right? But that doesn't mean it was meant to be a definite answer, or indefinite. It was... Because, honey, whatever happened, cups taken or not, love expressed or not, you two are still connected. What does that tell you? And yes, how it has shaped on the surface is different than what you two feel. How many times have you tried to write this person and you didn't send it? No. Songs. How many times have you wanted to send this person a song and you didn't? What's the song? It grows, and yet it stagnates. It's intense, but it's not expressed. November is interesting. I don't know why. I want to very much see if your Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, and the High Priestess can override your fear, which is the Ten of Swords. I'm not seeing an ending, not at this time. If I did, I would tell you. No, because you've already displayed to me such heavy sword energy, it's coming back to fear. Overly mentally engaged. I know what that's like, trust me. I suppose your oracle really has it summarized, doesn't it? You want to experience something, and you're not going to know it's correct for you until you try. And I mean really try. And of course they have to participate. But if you're experiencing this, imagine what they are. So far, on your surface, you two balance. To what you experience inside, they have their own version of that. Three of Wands, November. Page of Swords, keeping a loose eye on the situation, but wanting more. wanting to talk more, wanting to see more. Some loose communication here, and always looking out for it too. Again, wand represents fire, hope, exploration. In other words, the sensation has not been lost. There's still that yearning. And there's still something in you that can see the potential for a relationship. Four of Wands. Optimism, faith and hope in each other, standing up for each other's energy, right? Show me some of this Four of Wands, please. Hierophant, Ace of Pentacles, we want to try. Kicked it up a notch, didn't we? But I'm still seeing it as potential. Because your openings suggest outward, looking outward, conversing outward, keeping an eye on things. What you're keeping an eye outwards on is understanding that there could be something more. Substantially so. This is literally a commitment. Four of Wands, the Hierophant, Ace of Pentacles. You don't get much more committed than that. All we're missing is your card. And that's the legal. That's the signing off. You know? I was looking under the deck. I was like, well, maybe justice is under there. Knight of Wands. You still look out on the horizon for this person in November. You still wish to communicate with them. You still wish for more. Because there's a big part of your energy that substantially fills the investment of something greater. Is it possible for a relationship? Is it possible for commitment? The answer is yes. But you're not going to know until you start to choose it. You know, my background is in working with students. I counseled students for many, many years, specifically college students. That's my the counselor, and I worked in a university setting, so my clients were students. And what you're experiencing is something similar to what I would see with my students. And it would be something to the extent of, if I pick this, if I do this, do I have to do it for the rest of my life? Because right now I'm young, I'm at my prime, and I have a strong feeling that something's correct for me. But what if I'm wrong? What if I make the wrong choice? What if I don't want to do that a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years? How do I know that that feeling's going to stay? How do I know that is it just better to hedge my bets and go for something safe and stable? Because at least I know financially I can rely upon it later. Because if I choose something based on feeling now, what if I'm fucked, right? And that was a big topic. That's a big thing, especially when your life is open to you like that. And you have so many different avenues, right? And this is one of those things that I would tell my students, this is the one thing you can't leave alone. So you need to try it. You need to put your foot in it before you know you can commit to it. Because if you talk yourself out of something you so strongly want and desire now, for the sake of comfort and stability or settling, there will be no bigger regret in your life. I know the connection you have with this person is scary. And yes, it's scary. I mean, not as in bad. I mean, as in it's very strong. And it has a choppy history. It does. I'm seeing timelines that don't quite make sense to me. So I'm chalking that up to an extended period of time. I just know the strength of your connection has not changed, but how it is on the surface has. And it's likely based on this premise of rejected cups in the past. Cups not given a chance, or they were cut too short too quickly. Knight of Swords. And yet, the strength of the connection can continue. Do you see what I'm saying? And it has remained with you. You, like that student, this was the thing that you were strongly inclined to. But for one reason or another, you turned it down. Or they turned it down. I don't know if that's the case, otherwise you still wouldn't be contemplating or meeting them in this day, so it tells me it might be you, which is not an accusation. That's real life. It happens all the time. But in so doing, you keep drawing back to it. Could I really have this? Could this really be mine? Could this be my star? Could this be my Hierophant? Could this be my Ace of Pentacles? Could this be my Ace of Wands, my High Priestess? And I'm going to have to throw it back to you, like so many years ago, Libra. You're not going to know until you try. Until you experience it. Till you well and truly put your hand in the thing, or put your toe in the water, or however it is you want to express it. But until you stop going like this, and maybe go like this. Otherwise, your scales on this subject are constantly going to fluctuate. So, would you rather kick your own ass energetically for having tried, or for not having tried? Because I know what happens when people don't try. I've seen it many times. It's the thing they regret the most. It's always the thing we regret the most. That's why you stay in contact with this person. Because it's more than just love and passion and intensity and soul bond. There is a small part of you that admits, and I don't care how small it is, that it could see something more. Rather feel something more. And it's that feeling that pisses you off. Because it's not defined. It's not straightforward. And it's probably not practical. Right? This connection's so fucking frustrating and runs so deeply in you. How could it possibly have a definitive answer? I know why it doesn't have a definitive answer. It's because we never really tried it to begin with. You're not going to know until you try. Some of the best things are the scariest things because we have no idea what the outcome's going to be. Whatever this is outside your normative. It's not what you're used to. But that doesn't mean it's not meant for you. Often the stuff we desire but push against is meant for us. But it's also confrontational for that reason. So, I'm not saying you're getting married in November. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, by fall, there's something in you that recognizes, no matter how small, could there be something here? More than just a strong connection. That maybe had too many stops and starts and unrequited concepts surrounding it. That's why you keep looking at it. That's why you keep eyeing it. It's not just for the strength of this connection or passion. It's because you know, maybe, it could be something more. You might have some strong Taurus in your chart. Could be dealing with one. I think I've named all the signs at this point. Page of Wands, still small energy. And I do believe you're trying to keep more of your energy open towards the substantiality as opposed to it. But again, you won't know until you try. Seven of Wands. A little blocky. Page of Wands, please. That just got my attention as well. For some of you, yes, I already said that though. I already said you're connecting with this person relatively soon. In that way that's fair and balanced to you both. But with sadness behind both of your energies for what was or what wasn't. I don't mean to do all that vague tarot-y stuff on you. It's just sometimes that actually applies. Page of Wands, please. Death. Excuse me. Let me know if you're dealing with Scorpio. 9 of Wands. King of Cups. Very good. I know that seems scary. It's actually the opposite. That's the benefit of doing this as long as I have. I can immediately tell people it's okay. Calm down. So that's great, right? As I say, that's a really weird energy. No. Page of Wands. So the baseline I told you, you're trying to keep your energy open. You are. More so in November. And it has something to do, or rather a lot to do, with your internal struggle that you're going to feel strongly, I believe, in October, right around your birth season. Or for many of you, Libra is not your dominant sign. It's your off chart. I mean, I'm sorry, it's within your chart. It's not your... Okay. I don't know why I said off chart. Oh, because it's a sign you don't typically go by. I see. I see. Okay, I understand. You don't typically look at your Libra stuff. That's who I'm talking to. I see. Okay. That's why. You don't typically refer to your Libra chart, but this time you did, so good for you. There they are again. Anyway, so yeah, I already knew you're connecting with this person, so that's what I'm saying. You're trying to keep an open energy towards this because there's something about you, particularly in October, when you recognize more of the struggle and the height of the energy, how it has not changed. In fact, it seems to be as intense as it ever was, if not more so. Okay. And that star is trying to kick the 2 of Swords and the 7 of Swords ass, because the star is so much bigger than our doubts and our fears and the ability to get up here and the hopes and the desires and the dreams and the wishes. And some of you are going to recognize through all this fear mongering, it's why you can't feel your intuition. It's through all that crap that's been rolling around in your head. Anyway, back to this. So Death, the 9 of Wands, what you are trying to kill here, and I believe you will succeed, is the blockage that I saw earlier with the 7 of Wands that flew out. That part of you that has been so resistant to this connection is exactly the thing you're trying to kill. You will be changing, or I believe switching up your MO, or your modus operandi. Okay, the way that you've always handled this connection is changing. You're going to do something differently, and I say good for you. So if you've been around my channel, you've heard me talk about the 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands is my insanity card. It is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. He is called the Wounded Warrior, and I say he's the Wounded Warrior because he doesn't know when to change his behaviors. He's hurting himself. Because he continues to fight a fight without changing his approach. That's why he's exhausted. Not because he's losing the war, but because he refuses to do things differently. That's what you're trying to kill. You want to do things differently. Hence why I was very impressed, even though how tentative it looks on your November baseline, is because it's hesitant, but it's hopeful. And there's more energy in it than there was in this back and forth tug of war in your energy over here, and how it has been. You're doing something different around November. And it's the smallest of things. And I will always say, little ripples lead to big waves. It starts with the smallest of things. You want new experiences, and I believe you do. You have to advocate for new. That means changing your behavior and killing what doesn't work. And then we have a King of Cups. More Scorpio energy. Doesn't have to be. Also in reflection of the Scorpio time frame. So it's looking like we are leading from your season into Scorpio season. So yeah, it's a good flow here of energy. And I do mean good flow. What I'm saying, Libra, is that there's improvement over a very strong but inconclusive battle of war within you and what you're experiencing and why you experience it, to something here that's actually showing me marked improvement, no matter how small. You'll be approaching, I believe, this person differently. Because there's something in your energy that suggests, can I just start small? Instead of having this epic battle in my energies with this person, and why in the background, and the nuances of flavors, and whatever went down. You're going to question why you've never left it, why it doesn't leave you. You're going to question where that fear is really coming from. Is it because you really can't trust your love for this person? I got news for you. You already have love for this person. It's more like you don't trust your feelings for them. Like I said, going back to that college student. I got really strong feelings for this, but that doesn't mean it's going to put food on the table. Right? It's not going to sustain or be long term. There's something over here that's different. For once, it's like you see the long term of this, as opposed to just a very strong back and forth struggle that gets you nowhere. You're changing up your behavior. You're seeing something differently, no matter how small. It creates a new inroad for you to approach this connection differently, and it is done so with love in mind, as opposed to fear. There's something in here that says, whatever this is, I don't want to do it anymore, because guess what? I got strong feelings and they got nowhere to go. I got a strong connection here, and it plays out as nice friends. We're highly compatible, right? We get along well. And why the fuck do I keep trying to pull this thing in? Because it doesn't leave you. It never has. I don't care about the choices made in the past. Perhaps you do, and that's probably one of the things you need to let go of. I don't care. You can either continue to monitor yourself and decisions made in the past and how they affected you, and have this great big tug of war with you and you about what went down, why, who said what, who did what. And guess what? You're not satisfied with that. You're not satisfied with it because that's not how you actually want to express yourself in this connection. How you want to express yourself in this connection is someone who has hope and optimism. And might even, I dare say, potentially see a future. Instead of, what the fuck do I do with this? Why do I feel so strongly about it? How come it just won't go away? How come I can't just leave it alone? Why can't I just accept our friendship thing, whatever this is? If you really wanted that, you would have done it by now. But you don't want that. Like I said, you're going to stop doing whatever it is that you've done that has led to this energetic mess where nothing gets changed. And you're going to start with the smallest of degrees, seeing things with optimism and hope for what could be, as opposed to not at all. You know? Some of you have never really chosen that kind of relationship before. Right? The ones that feel the strongest. Or perhaps you did, and you got burned by them, but this is different. Like I said, it's very confrontational, as this is strong, and it is. It's really not that confusing when you look at it. It's really not. We make things confusing. We insist on it. That's our mind trying to hijack shit. Trying to override what's best for us because of fear. I believe I was telling Taurus, you will choose the love you feel you deserve. So So I don't know that it's really that you don't trust your feelings for this person so much as you don't trust your feelings with you. Because when you switch things up over here, in the smallest of ways, you start to see things differently. You experience this person differently, and I would dare say easily, more easily. When you can see the potential of them in the real world, that does something for you, and I don't know why, but it's different. Goodness me, you're trying so hard in October to resist it. There's such a huge call of you that doesn't want to. I hope this part of you wins. Oh, okay. Let's do, everybody else was straightforward. Let's do some advice for you, please. Well, that was pretty damn good right there. Experience it. Like, really allow yourself to experience this. Not just sit there and fuss and hem and haw about it and get your knickers all twisted up, you know. Relax your energy. Relax your approach, how you talk to this person. There's something in this person's energy, specifically also with yours, that has allowed you to see this connection in a more realistic way instead of just feeling it and feeling it and feeling it and not knowing what to do with it. There's a big difference here. Advice, please. Advice, please, for Libra to shift into November. Queen of Swords. Death. Kill the fucking thoughts. How very blunt. But also not inaccurate. That part of you, that Queen of Swords energy, which is beautiful energy, don't get me wrong, but I keep seeing your thoughts hold you back, specifically your fears. 5 of Swords, 2 of Swords, 7 of Swords, 10 of Swords, over beautiful concepts that would love to flourish and bloom if you so allowed it. But that thing in you, that innate quality in you, your first instinct is your mental instinct. That's what you need to get rid of. Heavy Scorpio energy here today. Several times. Put your mental guard down. When you're with this person, really try to experience them instead of putting roadblocks in your way as you're sitting there across from them and you're having a like talking with them. You put roadblocks up mentally at the same time. Or you talk, like you're having feelings for that person right there in the moment, then you talk yourself out of it and say, nope, that can't be right, that can't be right, that can't be correct, that's the shit you need to kill. Tell that voice to shut up and just exist in the moment. Hierophant energy, Taurus again. Heavy Taurus, heavy Scorpio. Speak to your higher thoughts, not your lesser. Speak to your higher thoughts, not your lesser thoughts, your fears. Give yourself permission. Otherwise you will never know. Otherwise you will never know. And you want to know. There's no guarantees. Tarot doesn't dictate action, you do. There are no guarantees. You know? She will not know until you try. You ever heard that old saying? You will miss 100% of the opportunities you don't take? This is an opportunity. Here's what's weird though. It's already been dismissed by one of you, but it won't go away. Neither one of you allows it. Again, what does that tell you? Nine of Cups, correct. There will be connectivity energy with that person, as I've already said, in September. I have every reason to believe that will continue on. For some reason, there's a strong height of energy around October, particularly that inner conflict. I believe we will find reasons to not connect with this person. It feels like, for some of you, yeah, in October. I do. And it doesn't sit well with you, because you know that's the opposite of what you want. Connection here, connection here. October seems to be a difficult month. Yeah, I thought I was going to pull a different one. Okay, what's in here, please, for Libra? Sorry, I just had a weird impression. I don't know where that's coming from. Somebody wants to do a home visit? Possibly. Why? Somebody wants to do a home visit, I think, possibly in November. I don't know why. Want to see the other person's home. I'm not sure where that's coming from, but possibly a gift exchange is involved. I can't say that's not a possibility. Something about a gift possibly in November, and they want to see the person at their house. I don't quite know. Well, if that's true, that could be one of the things where we change up the behavior pattern. I don't quite know. I don't quite know. In which case it seems to work. Pay attention to the red flags. This is the opposite of that. It's the attraction. You don't trust it. You don't trust it. Because you're being given counter information. Stay optimistic about your love life. It's like, pay attention to the red flags. It's like, for some reason you see the attraction as a red flag. On the contrary, it's your signal constantly, over and over again. Honey, if it was just sexual attraction, I tell you, that's so easy. That's so easy to see. That's so easy to see and dismiss. You wouldn't have to give it a second thought if that's all it was. Okay? Some of you are just Five of Swords, like, I don't trust it, I don't trust it. It's like the attraction is so strong. If it's just attraction, it wouldn't have stayed with you. And I'm sorry to say this, the years that it has, and it is years. So stay optimistic about your love life. You need a different approach to this. Strong energy, I can't do anything with it. Strong energy, I can't do anything with it. Strong energy, it causes me conflict, can't do anything with it. Let's change up the dynamic. By the smallest of ways. Communication, expression. That is sincere, open, and honest, but in small ways. And for once, something changes and shifts, that you can see something that was there that wasn't before. Decide to communicate more in a way that suggests sincerity, hope, and some sort of direction. What? Calling in your soulmate. God, a lot of emphasis on that. Calling in your soulmate. That didn't want to sit still. So here we have the Archangel Gabriel in this depiction. And it's calling in your soulmate, calling in the truth of it. And so that as I was, so emphasis on speaking the truth. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations will help bring you two together. Yes, that's what I said. Okay. God, that didn't, no, see that? It was jumping. Okay. It's like, speak up, change up the dynamic. Change up the dynamic in the smallest of ways, Libra. It doesn't have to be huge. Just something that like I said, that gets you out of this and into this. Okay? Because you've done this and it doesn't work. Not with this person. Not with this person. Okay? Chemistry. No shit. Okay, we're just doing the obvious at this point. Okay. Well, let's see. I'll be very curious to see what kind of progress you've made in November, because there is progress there. The approach is different. It's small, but it's honest. More than it was. Oh my. Butterfly, time of transformation, also the delicacy. Yes, delicate. I'm afraid to touch it, because if I do, it might ruin its wings and it won't fly anymore. What if I actually touched it? Would it be mine or would it not be mine? Big heart, yes. I know. Like I said, if it was just attraction, I'd tell you it's easy. Okay, the little tiara. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, but also that sense of privilege. I'm not very comfortable with that kind of energy, but yeah, or it's someone who kind of represents possibly a king or queen status, someone who is high-ranking, someone who has a great deal of value attached to their energy, of course. W. The crescent moon for some of you might be important, or the upcoming crescent moon. Small feminine glasses. Person might be a female who wears glasses. The busy bee. Yes. Busy, busy, busy. That could be something that we are using as an excuse for some of you in October. I'm just too busy. I can't connect in October, even though you want to very, very badly. And as for some of you, I'm sorry, I have to insist. The cloud, there's always a silver lining. There's always a silver lining. I want to know more specific. Oh, okay. J. I would like some signs here. Well, we have plenty of signs, really. Okay, that's it. D. Zombie. Doing the same thing day in, day out. That's that Nine of Wands energy, if there ever was. Dragon. Aries, Leo, Sag, and then a little bit of Taurus. Okay, I want to know. There is communication here. And there is hope attached to it. It says, maybe if I can try this. Maybe I'll try this. Maybe I'll say this. And it generates things a little bit more in a particular direction that's actually positive, instead of just strong energy, but stuck strong energy, right? Right here, and about, I don't know what this is, but I'm going to try something a little different, or I'm going to say something a little different, and it's that little thing, honey, that makes the difference, okay? I can't wait to check up on you. Let's see, I will do these again, I believe, in October. No, sorry, November. For December, January, February. Okay? I hope this was helpful to you, Libra. Good luck to you. Good luck to you. But you need to trust yourself before you can trust this, putting any part of yourself into this, you know. But you're not going to really know if it's for you, well and truly for you, until you try. Choices and their consequences. And those consequences, a lot of people assume is a negative word. On the contrary, consequences is open-ended to whatever it is. That could be both good as well as bad. It could be a feast, it could be a famine. I'm leaning more towards feast, given the energetic connection between you two. But again, you won't know until you try. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well.